using these glasses and things, what are some of the ways that you have seen it being used in these non-athletic population? So maybe, for the population with Parkinson's disease, or maybe in school settings or things like that, what have you seen being implemented so far?
Yeah, I mean that's a good point, and just to kind of emphasize a little bit more, like that idea of if you're doing vision training, it's helping other areas, right? Like it's doing more than just vision in your cognitive space and maybe for your balance and everything else. But I always like to explain it in a very simple way: is if you're doing a bench press, that's for your chest, right? Your chest muscles, but the reality is, your back muscles, your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps, your forearm, your grips, like your fingers, like there's a lot more being affected by that. That's gaining strength and capability, right? And that's the idea with the vision training is really, if we can target this massive input, this massive piece of information that's going in and make that work better, then a lot of other things are going to have probably correlated effects, right? So that's the key of what we're focused on. And regular people, I mean, we're seeing them just using it to just enhance what they do. So you called out Parkinson's, for example. Mm-hmm. Now, one of the biggest things for any condition that's going on is typically exercise. Like some type of exercise movement is a huge benefit. And we just see them blending it into what they're doing there. So if they're going on walks and they're good enough with movement as far as it's not going to be a danger for them. And again, their doctors and the people that they work with will tell them this, but they can put the strobes on and just walk with the strobes on. Mm-hmm. And that, by doing that for 10, 15 minutes a day, a couple people have let us know that has helped them with their symptoms. It's lowered their symptoms and allowed them to do things with more freedom now. So that's that's basic, right? And it's not a massive effort to put on. It's just wear the strobes for 10, 15 minutes a day, doing what they're normally doing. Mm-hmm. And as long as it's safe and they have the right ability to move and not having, again, they're having a limitation on their vision. So we got to make sure that there's that understanding and they're doing it in a safe way. But that adds to what they're able to do and starts improving what they can do on a daily basis. And the same thing with kids, just mixing them into what they're doing already, like playing. They're already playing. So you mix these in as part of the game, and then they get some benefits on the back end. So it's not something that you always have to do as like, okay, we must now do an hour of vision training. It's no, if you're playing and working out and doing stuff, you can now mix it in with the strobes. It's very easy. You just toss them on. It's all about exposure, right? You're exposing your system to a limitation. Your system's adapting, so it starts adapting to that limitation, and then you're inoculating your system to this environment, and you get used to that harsher environment, and then when you take them off, now everything feels easy. It's like putting a backpack on, like a big heavy backpack on, and walking up and down a hill, and then you drop it, you kind of feel light and like everything's kind of lifting. You're like, whoa, this seems easy now. That's what you're doing with the strobes. Very simple.
That's great to hear. And we experience a lot of the similar benefits that you're talking about is, just challenge and tax the visual information. And when you take it off, it's a lot easier. You can carry out that task usually better, more efficiently, and all of that.